All right, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Molly G, back at y'all another episode of Running With You. And tonight we got to run about this clip I came across. I haven't seen it. We're going to react to it together. But it's this white woman telling a story about how she was 16 and pregnant with a black guy. And her parents were against that, of course. And they try to go through some extreme lengths to get her to abort the baby. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
So I got pregnant in high school. I had got pregnant at 16. I had my son at 17. And I remember when I went home and told my mom I was pregnant, like I was scared to death because I already knew because my family was really fucking racist. And I'm about to tell this woman I'm having a black baby. And so I thought that she was going to react on the fact that I'm 16 and pregnant. That's really what I thought. Like, you're in high school, you're pregnant, you need to graduate. No. What does she do? If you will abort that baby and give me a white grandbaby, I will buy you any car that you want. What? What? And then they ended up telling me that my son has spina bifida. So then it was, you're going to be raising a black, I hate that word, baby in today's world. It's going to be so hard on you. And I had a decision to make before I got the genetic test back, if I was, because I was already at my 20 weeks and it's past the abortion date. So I had to make a decision if I wanted to continue the pregnancy or not. And I just made the decision at the end of the day, this is what God gave me. I'm going to continue this pregnancy. And come to find out, he never even had spina bifida. It was a glitch. And he came out beautiful and healthy. But she ended up kicking me out, and I was malnutritioned, and I was sleeping in bathrooms at parks, and literally got fucking homeless for the longest time ever. And then it was reflecting back on her because I was missing doctor's appointments, and I'm still a minor, and so she ended up letting me back in.
Wow. Okay. So much to unpack here. First of all, you could tell the type of white woman that like black dudes. I mean, that not only like black dudes, just kind of like them, they're part of the culture themselves. It's just the way they lingo is, the way they look, the way they carry themselves. You just the where they had a piercings at, where they had a tattoos, what tattoos they have, the black scent, goddamn, the way they had their nails, the way they had their hair. You could just tell. You could just always tell. Now, first of all, being 16 and pregnant, by any man to me is irresponsible. Um, and if she's pregnant with someone's baby, why is she sleeping in bathrooms and parks if she's homeless? Or why is she not with the child's father family? Now, if let's just say the child's father family had a problem with that too. But I think black people will be more opening of her, especially if she's this type of white girl, you know, and letting her stay at their house while she's pregnant, carrying the child. I just think black people show a little bit more compassion when it's certain situations. But maybe the child was embarrassed, or maybe he just ain't want nothing to do with the child. Typical. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just a sad story all the way around. I don't know if she's still with the child's father or not, but if she went through that homeless and all that stuff by herself, sleeping in parks and restrooms, and on top of that, I'm pretty sure the parents still had the same sentiments, so she probably keep the child away from the grandparents. She probably has no village. You know.
And so I gave birth to him, and I ended up having him early as hell because I was malnutritioned, and he was a preemie, and my water broke one day. And then when I turned 19, I finally got an apartment and moved out and been on my own ever since. And I have not spoke to her in years. And I don't think that, I'm not gonna say she's not racist no more because I don't think racism truly goes away. I think people just learn how to cope and deal with it, especially because I contributed to giving her five. You're telling me to give you a white baby. I'm gonna give you five black babies to love. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna break this generational curse that my family has against black people.
Now, see, sometimes people be doing stuff out of spite, just to spite their parents and stuff. Little girls go rebel against their dad and go mess with a black guy. You know, uh, after they dad specifically told them they don't want them to, so they just disregard his wishes. Same thing with a mom, and one thing about that rebellion stage, women do it way harder than a man. Women go out there and go get pregnant, women go out there and go sleep around, women go out there and go try to, go live with a man and all that, try to be grown, and the decisions they make are just life altering.
Because I'm going to change it. And her and my son are cool to this day. I don't talk to her because there's been a lot of trauma and damage that I just don't want to forgive. But yeah. And then my last name ends with me. I'm the last of my last name. So I gave my boys, not my first son, but my other two, they have the same daddy. Let me clarify that. But I gave them my last name. So from now on, my name will always carry it can keep going on because boys carry on the name, and there will always be Black people now in my family tree. And I just think I'm dope as fuck for that, because if you knew the upbringing that I had, I was taught to be racist, taught to hate Black people, and I'd be motherfucking damn. So you ain't gonna tell me what the fuck to do. In fact, I'm gonna go against everything you tell me not to do. You tell me not to like Black people, I'm gonna love them.
Nah, that's a bad rhetoric to, adopt, because usually when people do that, it's, somebody want them to do something for the best. And if they tell you don't do it, they're going to be just do the opposite, and they know it's for the worst. But in this case, she just, trying to tarnish her whole bloodline, her whole family tree. But I want to know, if she had 5, I think she said she had 4 or 5 kids, is it all with the same man or not? Now if it's with the same man and they still together to this day, then cool. But if it's with all different dudes out of spite, or at least 2 different dudes, and you're not with neither one of them, that's crazy work. Just to prove a point. Now I understand you probably not racist. You don't have them same sentiments as your mother. That's cool, but making babies out of spite and out of wedlock is crazy work, because this is a lifelong decision, because now then no white man gonna want to be bothered with you, not knowing that you got like 4 kids, 4, 5 kids with Black men, and then Black men, shoot, just 4, 5 kids alone, that that's hard to, that's some luggage. That's some luggage, fuck baggage. That's luggage. That somebody don't want to be dealing with a lot of times, and especially if the kid's bad, even if one of them motherfuckers bad, But I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Have y'all ever had a friend, similar to a situation like this? Or have y'all been in a situation like, or it didn't even have to be, as far as pregnancy go, but did y'all go against y'all parents' wishes, out of spite, whether you thought it was right or whether you thought it was wrong, man? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, and y'all thoughts and y'all experiences. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, what you waiting on? Until next time, I'm out.